My, oh my, have I got a show for you today. Bitcoin has smashed its new all-time high, over 20,000, almost 21,000 a little earlier today. And we've got regulatory news on an international level. Let's just roll that beautiful intro and get into this. Here we go.
This is Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Subscribe for new content notifications. Now, here's Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You can follow me on Twitter at BackupBradleyAbove at the top of the screen and everything that we're talking about here today. I asked the question, oddly enough, look at this. I asked this question yesterday at 7:04 a.m. And here we are, Bitcoin testing the water over 19,200 plus. How long before Bitcoin hits 20,000? One day, because that's exactly what it's done. Congratulations to Bitcoin, new all-time highs, and anybody holding. I know I wish I had about 1,000 or so of them. I don't have enough to get too excited, but I do keep some in the portfolio for me and Mrs. Backup. And I'm excited for Bitcoin because of what it means for the market. Make no mistake about it. This is not retail money doing this. This is institutional money, honey. That's what's moving this needle. And you don't have to believe it, but it's still true. And that, to me, is the most exciting thing, because as we move through the news today, we're going to hit a spot in here where we talk about some real movement when it comes to regulatory clarity on an international level. Let's keep this going. And again, shout out to anybody in the Bitcoin world here. 20,689. I think I even saw it a little earlier, 20,800 plus. I think I saw that too. So let's keep moving here. Let's take a look at XRP, because XRP is sitting here solid at 51.57, 51 cents this morning or this afternoon. We are up approximately 7.5%, around 7.5%. And looking here, I want to, let me make sure I close all of this. I want to make sure that we understand that as we see the institutional money move in, we need to factor in a few other things. All the market infrastructure, which means all the connections to the new applications that exist, all the traditional business merchants that are out here that are moving to integrate the ability to either accept crypto or to allow someone with crypto to be able to send them money, even if they convert their crypto to a stable coin, right, or a digital dollar. So that's exciting. We see here Slide is adding cryptocurrency payment options through BitPay. The payments app is already used in about 100,000 stores across America. These include some of America's largest chains, including Lowe's and Chipotle. This is the kind of thing that's just going to continue to feed the beast. And I think it's amazing. Here's another thing that's going to continue to feed the beast as well. And this is liquidity crisis as Grayscale and MicroStrategy increase their Bitcoin holdings. CoinCoiner Exchange CEO reckons this could be driving Bitcoin liquidity crisis closer. Hey, there's only so many, right? What is it? Is it 21 million or something of that nature? So let's see how that goes. We will keep an eye on it. Just real quick, I want to make sure I just make some adjustments and close the message box before we go any further, because we got a lot to look at here before we get out of here. So let me just double check this very quickly. Okay, we are good to go. So now with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at this, because it's even more good news for Bitcoin here. The asset manager company Ruffler has announced a 2.5% allocation in Bitcoin. In a recent announcement made by the company, they informed that they have reduced their exposure to gold. Oh my, somebody better go check on Peter Schiff and see how he's doing, because he said that probably wouldn't happen. Well, it has. And this is a new moment and a new day here, because again, this reinforces the understanding that we are no longer dealing with speculation, just only speculation trading and buying and selling of something like Bitcoin or crypto, but we're talking about Bitcoin here. We're talking about allocation, safe haven investment. That's what we're seeing here. We're seeing a response to shift some of the portfolio over because they know there is going to be a really, really bad storm coming in the traditional economy and the traditional markets, and they want to be able to adjust for that. And that's exactly what you're seeing here. IBM Giant has acquired Canadian fintech firm Expertus, which has tested Ripple technologies to improve banking solutions for financial institutions. Come on in. This is the kind of convergence we want to see. Again, what does this mean to us, right? Well, what it means to me, I can tell you is that, there is waves of growth in an emerging market where you see the acquisitions and the mergers take place, right? This is happening, and it's showing up right here with IBM Giant acquiring Expertus, and knowing that Ripple Technologies has been tested by Expertus to improve banking solutions for financial institutions is not really a surprise to us. But to me, seeing the IBM acquire this firm, knowing that Ripple Technologies is involved somewhere back end there, this is all going to work together. The IBMs, the Hyperledger, all of these things are going to work to bring these many different pipelines to work together in any way that they can. That's the point, is to get this stuff up and running and make it interoperable as possible, like the internet that we use to talk to one another. Now, this is a great piece of information right here. This is from Anders L., and thank you to him. And interesting, Kraken showing up in on-demand liquidity. Kraken has received a bank charter as the first exchange in the U.S., and Ripple is an investor in Kraken as well. That's exactly right. And there was a really great couple comments down here below from Equity Capital. I want to shout out them as much as I do Anders L. here, because he reminds everybody Jesse Powell, Kraken FX founder, was at Ripple early on. That's correct. And was an early board member. So there's some history of pre-existing relationship between them. He was a close friend with Jed McCaleb. And then XRP Gator came in and said, all true. He said Roger Ver sat in on that vote as well. A lot of people don't realize how many big names have come out of Ripple. Long list of major contributors to the crypto space have gone through Ripple, because Equity Capital, rightfully so, said when Jed tried to oust CEO Chris Larsen, Powell backed Larsen at the board meeting. So, and here we are where things are today. So now here's the one that really knocks me out right here. Digital currency regulation gets backing from G7 finance officials. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go out on what I think is not a thin limb here and tell you that this falls perfectly in line with Brian Brooks telling us that we are going to get the domestic clarity we need over this next 6 to 8 weeks, probably 4 to 6 weeks at this point. But this falls perfectly in line for me, because we have identified an absolute trend here on this channel, which is that we see the decisions come down from the international level, the international standards and bodies committees. This is where we need to see this. This is a big signal and a big flag that things are about to go through a massive transformation, and to a point we will never return to again in this space. This is the G7, the G20. It's all tied to the Financial Stability Board, the FATF, right? All of these recommendations and things that come down have now just been backed. They are being backed. And I would expect in not too distant future, because the last time that this happened, it was the FATF coming out with the travel rule, KYC, and AML, and within 24 or 48 hours, the United States Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin came out and endorsed those guidelines and those recommendations. So head on a swivel. This is getting very good very quickly. Now, I also want to show everybody this right here too, because Bill Bean makes a great point here, and shout out to Bill Bean. Look deeper Big crypto trends shifting across time. Basic weighting. 2017, 2020, 2023. And look at what he writes here. And I just love the way he laid it out. Retail trader, mixed investor, short range, wide range, long range, transactional, institutional, speculative, targeted, sophisticated, trader-driven, crypto-driven, portfolio-driven, and use case utility, I might add, because that is about to be the new driver in this space. We get the final bit of clarity we need to allow XRP, and I would even say XLM and other technologies out here, cryptos out here, to really, really take off and not have the ambiguity about what they are or how they are to be used and dealt with. On a tax implication, I think we are going to see this market absolutely explode with use case utility, because it has been said time and time again by Brad Garlinghouse and many other people in this space that need clarity, that that's exactly what we're waiting on. And there are a lot of customers, not only the ones that they currently have, but the ones that want to use the tech, that are waiting on the sidelines for this clarity. When they get it, use case utility is going to push, I believe, XRP absolutely to the front. It will leapfrog to the front of the fourth industrial revolution because of what it has positioned itself for its full scale intended use from day one. A moment like this is not too far off. It can't be, because they have, not because this YouTuber says so, but because they say so. And that's what they say. And they have told us so. And that to me is pretty remarkable, because once they give it to us, it's never going to be the same again. And it's on and upward from here. So when I think about what's going on right now, I think this is perfect. From Stephen Bull Deep. If you haven't seen this, check this out. This is what it looks like when you've got big wave coming in. All of a sudden, it draws back real hard off of the shoreline as it prepares to bring a huge institutional wave of money into this space. This is exactly what a tsunami does, right? And I tell you, I feel like that moment is very close to happening as soon as we get this regulatory clarity. And the signal from the G7 is nothing more than that. It is a huge signal, and it is going to mean massive things coming for each and every one of us. I really do believe it. All right, that's going to do it for me. Don't run for cover. Lay down and lay in it. You know what I mean? That wave ain't water. It's money. Hit the like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Make sure you share with somebody you know. Hit the notification bell and check out all the links in the description box and the comment section. A lot of scams out here. These links are trusted, vetted links for products and services that I absolutely use. So I will catch all of you on the next one.